Drake still somehow doesn't understand, and he drops a new song called What Have I Missed? Isn't it evident? My name is Sean. I'm Lonegevity with Bringing Down the Band and the New Old Heads podcast, and this is my Unpacked series where I go a little bit deeper on our New Old Heads segments and potentially other stuff as well. So let's get right into this, and then let's talk about it. Apparently Drake is returning soon. Drake is preparing for his next summer run, I guess. Drake's What Did I Miss? The video with all the guns and him dancing by himself. That looked very depressing. It topped US Spotify and Apple Music charts after its recent release. The track is believed to be the lead single from his upcoming album, Iceman, with streaming numbers climbing and anticipating building. Iceman could become one of Drake's most quote-unquote successful releases yet. Otherwise, I put that in quotes because depends on how we define
Drake
that.
has been very successful as far as those metrics are concerned, so that's a lot to say.
That's very true. It is a lot to say because Drake is continually successful, big hits constantly. That's what he does. Like, he is a hit maker. So the fact that this, but you know, all the stuff that's Drake's in the news about, who knows where this is going to go. Yeah. So What Did I Miss sounds like, and shouts to Major 7th, this was his contribution here. He said, What Did I Miss sounds like it's all about Drake feeling betrayed. How do you think this will make his new album, Iceman, sound? I think he's going to sound exactly like he always sounds for the last 10 plus years, which is he's going to make the same 4 type of records. And based upon this single, it seems like I'm probably right. Drake is going to continue to do him, which is make pop rap records. That's it. Isn't going to sound any different than anything else he's done.
It's going to sound cold and lonely.
You think?
Just like that video.
But I would say, like, a lot of his stuff sounds like that. So
Yeah, I don't know, man. He could have kept that respectfully. It's going to be successful. The project's going to be successful because everybody wants to hear what he has to say after coming off the project or
so
whatever.
just off GP, people don't click and see.
Exactly.
So that's a given.
But those numbers, I don't believe none of that. And the only reason I say that because each time he drops a project, the numbers go up. You know what I mean? This is the most streamed out. And the projects don't get better. You know what I mean? So he streams and farming streams and all that shit, I really believe that to be true. Yeah. On both sides.
So does he. That's why he's suing.
Yeah. And that's the sad part about it. Like, man, you only crying because it didn't work in your favor. But when it worked in your favor all this time, you ain't have nothing to say. Frustrated, man. Or it's not. I'm not frustrated because I really don't have a dog in the fight. But I am annoyed by it. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, it's extremely annoying that we keep having to have these conversations. You know, like, Drake has been defeated. He lives in the rap pop world. That's where he exists. That's where he stays. The conversation when it comes to hip hop metrics and stuff like that, to me, he has been forcibly removed. But that's just me. You know, people can have different opinions, but, you know, that's the closest I think we're ever going to probably have to somebody like being removed. Even though this is all a hypothetical, hyperbolic thing.
About that.
I've said this before, and, you know, it sounds like a knock on Drake and his music, and it's not. It's just a reality. Look, Drake will always have girls and little kids. Okay, so those people
that
will. That
sounded crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but
allegedly.
I mean, wow, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know how you meant
I think
but yeah, that sounded crazy.
And I think you're right to say girls because women, not so much anymore.
Okay, so
once you get to a certain age group, it don't really hit like that no more.
Because the thing is, I feel like, I mean, I know I've been away from the club, but not for that long. His records, older records of things he's been featured on, they still worked.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just
I'm just talking about new.
Okay, with the new records, my thing is this: you saw if you're the crazy thing about this song is it would have been great if it came out and everything he hadn't done up to this point has been a reaction. Not so much Nokia. I'm going to give him more credit there. Nokia wasn't a reaction to what's been going on. I don't think. I haven't listened to that song extensively to really break it down. But
what about the video, though?
The video,
corny.
Like I said, the video was corny.
Yeah.
But wasn't it a reaction in a sense?
But that's That's the thing. Like, say he didn't sue the rap music industry. Say he literally had been gone this whole time, and he came back and was like, "Hey, what'd I miss?" Like, that would have been different. But the fact that he has been reacting to things this entire time, whether it be in front of the cameras, not really in front of the cameras, but behind the scenes with all these lawsuits and, you know, all these other things that he's kind of had to say, then when I see this and I hear the video and I hear the song and I listen to the video, whatever, with the guns and standing by the pool. I mean, you're just saying that's all I got left is
me.
Is me and us. It's just us and the guns. You know, shout out to Rockefeller. Some of y'all know the.
I feel like that was some sort of interesting statement, obviously, that he's trying to make, but I don't feel like it connects on any type of meaningful level. And maybe that's just because I'm not a Drake fan. But I looked at it, I'm just like, this is kind of corny.
It would have had a little bit more oomph had he done it 6 to 8 months ago.
You think? I don't
know, man.
Did y'all hear the record? It just sounds like a regular Drake song, man. We actually deciphered the lyrics in one of our segments too. And it's like, how low does the bar have to be set for the quote unquote one of the greatest, you know, pop star rappers of all time to still have him in this conversation? Like, the bar is extremely low.
This wasn't anything new from Drake.
Musically?
No, not
definitely.
to me.
Musically, okay.
Not to me, because you could release this song at any given period and it would still
Great point.
sound like the same Drake, regardless of what he went through this past year, and he's acting like he doesn't remember what happened.
Which is wild. How do you not know? It's just like you're playing stupid. What did I miss? You know, I've been helping people. What did I miss? Why is everybody so angry against me? What did I miss? Just go and listen to commentary that people have broken this down. It's there. It's there. You know, it's just this. I don't like anti-intellectualism. It hurts my soul.
Yeah. It's like you're trying to Men in Black zap yourself and act like last year just didn't happen. You want people to fill you in. You know exactly what happened because you got something going on involving what happened last year. So as far as like, do I feel like he's been betrayed or this song is about him being betrayed? Yeah, I definitely think he's taking that angle as far as feeling like everybody's against him. But you kind of brought a lot of this on yourself because he's not explaining what he's done in this situation or why people are looking at him side-eyed, so to speak, because of whatever happened, whatever other people were talking about it. He's not. And then for you to have a lawsuit in front of you, you now have to tread lightly yourself.
He's got zero self-awareness, but he's rich and he's popular and he doesn't need to have any.
And the reason why I say that is I don't think anybody that he's talking about is going to sue him, but it would be kind of hypocritical for you to, you know what I'm saying, put the chest out there like I can say whatever I want to say, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? That would be kind of weird.
No accountability.
Yeah. Zero.
Whatsoever.
That's the bar right there. No accountability whatsoever. Drake has zero accountability.
What do you feel like Drake has to be accountable for?
Come on, man.
Why people don't with him.
But, you know, people don't.
Hip hop.
Okay. Yeah. Hip hop right now is not feeling Drake. I wouldn't even say it's because of what, you know, the battle with Kendrick. I think it's when you decide you lose a rap battle, like many have lost before you and have been able to move on and keep things moving in their careers. But then you decided you're just going to basically sue hip hop.
Well, this is the thing. Had he continued to move past it with, like he seemed to do with Nokia, and he just dropped a new record that was hot, it would have been cool. I'll tell you this much. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of hearing about the beef between them two. Like, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of hearing them talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't heard anything from Kendrick outside of those records that he dropped a year ago. He's performed them and he looks like he's tired of performing them. Drake cannot leave it alone, unfortunately. And we hear it in this new project. You know what I mean? Even though he didn't say anything about Kendrick.
It's just about LeBron James in the pop out.
And DeMar DeRozan. I think that's what it was.
Those are beefing with NBA stars.
Yeah, those are the people who betrayed him, according to the records, according to the lyrics. That's what I deemed up.
Yeah, so there has to be a reason why they're not to mess with him anymore.
Or the rappers, or maybe the Weeknd.
So that was before all that.
All of them people.
The
Metro.
dignitary that went to the concert that he was upset at.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Would that dignitary be somebody that he considered he loved, hanging around who tried him?
What stood out to me about this record is, let's assume that this is true. Drake is making this song and he genuinely does not understand, doesn't know why people are quote unquote turning against him. What do you do in that situation? Do you cry on songs? Do you make songs about it? Do you make these sneak diss songs? Sure, you can, or you can just go to therapy. Like, if this is really something that's bothering you that you don't understand why, and this is legitimately happening and you don't know why, go to therapy. Find a good therapist and unpack some of the stuff that everybody else seems to understand that you don't. The thesis of the whole record is, what did I miss? Because I've done so much for so many people. Why are y'all turning your back on me? And it essentially feels like, this is also why it's hard to have any type of compassion for somebody such as Drake and what he embodies as being kind of a soulless vessel that makes music, is that you went through this entire thing. You had somebody tell you exactly what we view you as. A whole bunch of people also came to and said, you are this. And then he responds with this idea like, I don't understand. What did I miss? It's like, okay, well, I guess that was Kendrick's point. And that was everybody's point. Like, you literally just proved the point with your first big record, the lead up to your new record, that you're exactly who everybody said that you were. And there's nothing else that needs to be verified or validated. That's the way I look at it.
That's the clip right there.
Yeah. Besides the subject matter of this song,
and that's just how I look at it. You know, I share the same sentiments as Byron, and I know I'm sitting here making a video about this, but sometimes it's like I have to make it. Maybe I don't, right? But like, I'm sitting here making a video about this because we talked about it. This is what I do here. But it's like, I would so much rather be talking about other things than like somebody who keeps moonlighting in hip hop. And at the same time, there's a whole bunch of creators out here that are like gassing Drake up. And, you know, you got to have some voices to counterbalance the nonsense. And here we are.
how do y'all feel about this as a song in general? Like, is it a good song? Is it something that you can rock with? Or
I don't even know if I answer this but it's a decent Drake song. The end. Drake is doing what Drake does on it. But outside of being a decent song with no soul and something that's good that you can play in the background as something, it's not anything anybody's going to remember in 20 years.
No.
okay,
And I think if you're getting ready for your rollout it's kind of crazy to think about Drake having a comeback album, if you will. This isn't it. You need to do something that the women who have carried you really this far, as far as you being a presence in the clubs and on the radio for the better part of 15 years now, 10, 15 years now, more than that. You need to do something for them. Don't try to come after the hard rocks and the
I went outside for like 5 minutes and I got bit by like 8 mosquitoes on my ankles. Horrible.
lyrical miracles and the downtrodden hip hop fans.
He didn't do that either.
that's what the last album was supposed to be.
No, I think that's what sexy songs for you. Yeah, or sexy. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But he needs to do that, and whatever industry connects you have left, the people, the hit makers, the people who would ride for you and put something together, you need to be out here. You need to be hit maker Drake.
I don't think so. I feel like, I mean, it depends on what he wants to accomplish, right? Like, if you're going to come out here and you're going to complain about people not liking you, but then you're going to go back and do the same stuff and you're going to continue down the same path, then sure, do the same stuff. But if you want to be a different person, like you want people to actually like you, nah, man. Especially if you want like hip hop fans and hip hop people and like people that care about stuff more than just hits. Stuff that isn't on the fringes of like pop and rap. Like, if you want people that are fans of hip hop to like your stuff, then you have to do hip hop things, don't you? I don't know. He is always going to be that. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's the default for him. It doesn't matter what he makes. He's always going to be a hit maker. It doesn't matter. He could go take a on an album and he would get more streaming numbers than a regular. With
Tootsie Slide.
I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter what he does. He is hit maker. I think what would potentially bring more people back to his corner that maybe were on the borderline a little bit was if he actually tried harder. Like if you go make an actual hip hop record, make a dope hip hop album. That's what the hip hop fans want.
Do what he did when he dropped the album before Sexy Songs for You, where he did the deluxe version and dropped like 3 or 4 extra tracks.
Scary Hours.
The Scary Hours.
Do the whole thing like
those songs that he dropped.
Those 4 songs
were nice. Like if he could do a whole project like that,
yeah,
I'm feeling it.
Or just keep making your goofy ass R&B records where you're kind of sing rapping and stop dropping subliminals like a lame bitch. Like just do your thing. Like go figure out how to be cool. Like go be yourself. Like stop doing this back and forth thing. Like I just feel like I know that he doesn't have to convince me, right? Like who cares about me? But like the people that think like I do, that are hip hop fans, that are part of hip hop, that like hip hop, and he is in a rap battle with Kendrick, obviously, like is wanting to be one of those guys. It's like, give me some hip hop stuff.
It ain't enough of us.
I think here's the thing. That might be a good point. That maybe there isn't, and maybe he doesn't care about that because he cares about metrics, or maybe he sees himself as an anomaly, or maybe he just doesn't give a about our opinions, which is okay. And I've said this before. Drake could do this and he would not lose any fans. He would only gain fans because the people that rock with him blindly will still rock with him blindly. That's just the type of person they are.
Yeah, they'll just say, what do you want now?
Yeah. Drake could go and make a whole bunch of, he can make any type of music that he wanted to make. He can make this has been proven over and over again with the music that he's put out, because a lot of it's been really bad. Some stuff's good, but a lot of it's been really bad. And people will still rock with them. People don't care because it goes into the psyche of human beings and wanting to feel cool. And like, there is a large group of people that only like what other people like. And Drake has met a threshold to where he will always be an artist that people will just generally, I always mess that up. Generally will always just like because they want to feel they're a little bit insecure themselves and they want to feel cool. He's just that artist. He could do anything. So with that being said, he can very easily sit down somewhere, spend 6 months, make a really quality dope record. Because I believe he might have it in him. I don't know. He hasn't really proven it to me. But he's a good enough rapper. He's a good enough song maker to do it. Go sit down somewhere. Go to therapy. Have some real conversations with some real people. And make some real art. And then come back and present it. And everybody that liked it before is going to like it. And you might actually gain some people as fans that care about stuff more than the surface level. Possibly. That's what I would suggest. But again, I'm just me.
I will say this about this Drake rollout, because
and it would probably
this is his second album after.
Is it?
Yeah, because he dropped some Sexy Songs for You.
Oh, okay.
And now this album.
That's right.
So with that last album,
and that shit was ass.
Be considered a flop, or would it be just considered a something that wasn't as commercially successful as a Drake would like?
I mean, depends on like what we're comparing it to, right? Because I don't think you can't really
himself.
If you compare it to himself, potentially, but I don't know the numbers. I don't really care.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say like Drake. It's like Mike's very first statement on the show. Drake is kind of Teflon. Like Drake is a pop star, so it doesn't really matter what he does, in my opinion. Like he can drop an absolute flop and people will not care.
Yeah.
When this album drops, it's going to be number one.
It absolutely is going to be number one. You can't even question that.
For like 2 weeks. And then we're going to forget about it. Just like the last album.
I'll say this.
And the last album and the last album.
They
don't have no staying power.
If he has some solid singles on there, he might stay afloat a little bit longer. And every track on that album might be number one on the charts for a while. Like when Kendrick dropped his whole album was number one. Every one of the songs
was in the top 10.
Top 10 for what, like 2 weeks? Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't want to misquote it. But he really needs to knock something out of the park. And I have a feeling that it's going to be the same thing that we've always gotten.
Corn, respectfully. Like watching that video, Drake looks like the old dude that doesn't know he's old. Like,
that's why he dressed up and went to work.
I guess so. Like, just like the
can't be cool by trying to be cool.
dancing and the dance moves that he doing and man, it's just like, man, like, have a seat, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying have a seat. You know, I almost, if of course he doesn't listen to me or anybody else, I'd be like, this is your comeback season. And I'd somehow try to work that into the, you know, rollout that he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
This is just not it as far as a record. I when I think about, okay, what's going to work commercially, what's going to make it for maybe the rap nerds or the people who wish Drake would go back to his comeback season, you know, that made me a Drake fan initially. You know, that guy's gone at this point, and I haven't heard from him in quite a while.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's coming back, and that's fine because time moves on and everybody grows, I guess.
He doesn't have to try anymore. I mean, Drake's in a position in his career where, regardless of if he's reading the room or not, as far as if he wants us to like it or not, it doesn't really matter. And I think that's why he continues with the same formula, because his core fan base is going to stand for him regardless. Like, we want him to drop something to make us bigger fans of him.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point in his career, he honestly...
I think that's where the frustration comes from, because even though I hate his music because it's soulless, and I don't think that he is a good representation of what an artist is, it doesn't mean that I want him to fail. I just want him to, like, as a fan of music, I feel like he has the skill set. I feel like he has the general knowledge. I want him to impress me. But it's like he doesn't care about it. And because he doesn't care about it, it's like he's slapping every creator and every person that loves this stuff in the face. And I just do not vouch for that shit.
He doesn't even need it.
Not going to happen anyway.
So even if he's, you know, so to speak, taking a gamble, it's still not really a gamble, because he's not going to lose anybody. It's only to gain more people. But at this point, he doesn't need it.
And honestly, let's just keep it real. I don't think he lost any fans from the battle.
He lost hip-hop fans.
Those people weren't really his fans to begin with. Not the people who actually went out and bought the tickets for his shows.
I disagree.
Or who actually might have streamed his records ad nauseum. Like, there were people who were casual fans of his.
Yeah.
He might have lost, or maybe
people on the fringes.
Yeah,
for sure.
on the fringes.
Absolutely.
But like the people the same people who push his records to number one as soon as they come out, he never lost those people.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't
know. I disagree with that. Because I was somebody that has always been on the fringes, and I'm always on the fringe with everybody. And I've got zero interest in hearing any of his records anymore. So there's that.
I think, you know, we talk, at least I have, talking about super serving your audience. Get back to that, Drake, because quite honestly, you shouldn't be worrying about the people who played Not Like Us all through last summer. Those people aren't coming back. They were never with you in the beginning.
I mean, to me, I know we're criticizing this record, but like, sounds like he's doing exactly the same thing that he's been doing for the last 10 years. Yeah. So I don't think anything has changed. I think he is I think he already is. I think I think he's doing all that already. I just think he just made another record. It just so happens all this stuff is going on. It's just not impressive to me. It just sounds like Drake, you know, and Drake is who Drake is. If you like Drake, that's cool. Congratulations. I think we've bashed Drake enough on this one. There's a little bit more time. So if you do want to check out the rest of the segment, there is another 10 minutes on this. It's called What Drake Actually Missed from the New Old Heads from episode 443. But I'll just finish it with this final statement. I want Drake to win. I want everybody to win. I hope that he has an actual comeback. I hope he starts making good music. I hope he finds himself. I hope he finds a way to make something that is truly valuable in the art sphere. But I have zero care if he does or not. You know, like, I don't really care if he does. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he minds that. To me, he's exactly what is wrong with the artistic space, and everything that he embodies. And, you know, I want to give space for people to become better and to do better, but, you know, I don't think that he will, and I don't think he cares to. And, you know, who am I? Right. So anyways, this has been Unpacked with Lonegevity. Longevity is me. Again, become a supporter of the New Old Heads by going to patreon.com/newoldheads. Even if you just want to go there and just become a free member, that'd be awesome. That way you get notifications when we drop stuff. It's free. Don't have to do anything. You just get emails whenever we drop new episodes every week. So, and you get direct access to us so that when we drop other cool stuff or do giveaways, which we have in the past, some signed vinyl, record giveaways, stuff like that, or when we do public meets and whatever, you know how to get, you know, we can connect to you. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Sorry if you think I'm hating too much. I don't really give a fuck. Peace.